Hey Amber, so I'm gonna record myself making the chicken that I didn't get to make with you in Sarasota. Thought you might enjoy having a video of it. So I'm started out, I've got the chicken thighs, the green wives. They're on their backs. That way, first step you can do is put some salt on each one, and you can get to see their underbellies. Notice that I like to have some space in between each one. That way that the edges of the chicken get nice and browned and it doesn't create as much juice. So you want to flip them over on their backs, salt them heavily on the inside. I've already salted them, so I'm just going to add a little bit more so you can kind of see what it looks like. I do use Celtic sea salt, and the type of salt you use does make a difference. So I would suggest buying some Celtic sea salt or another brand called Real Salt. Those are very good, and they do make a difference. So then you'll put some cracked pepper on the inside. Kind of hard to do with one hand, so just pretend that you're seeing this. I'll put you in my shirt. So cracked pepper on the underbelly of each thigh. I like fresh cracked pepper. Again, I think it makes a difference. And then you can flip them over, so skin side up. And then I'm going to use a honey garlic sauce that I made, but you can use any type of sauce. And if you don't have a sauce, you can also use just salt and pepper, garlic, and any type of like herb that you want. So it works either way. Normally I have our coconut oil melted and already put in like a bottle here, this little bottle. Like I have it nice and melted, but it's cold and I forgot to do it beforehand, so I'm just going to improvise. Put some coconut oil in a little jar here and warm it up in the microwave. When you're using a sauce, you don't really need a lot of coconut oil, but if you're gonna just use like garlic powder, salt, pepper, and any sort of dry herb, then you want to use a good amount of coconut oil. The oil over the skin actually helps to crisp it and make it that nice savory texture. Both the boys are sleeping, so I'm going to try to get this done before they wake up. The cool thing about this recipe is that you can, it's really quick and it just cooks in the oven, so you don't have to, you know, stand by the stove all the time, which I like when you have young babies. Oh, and also I set the oven for 375 and it's on convection. I really like convection because I think that it helps to aerate the chicken better. So notice I'm just putting a little dribble on the skin and then more salt and pepper. And don't be afraid of salt, especially Celtic sea salt or real salt. The mineral content is very high. Our bodies need it, especially to support our adrenals. Our adrenals get very fatigued through stress, poor diet, lack of exercise, and lack of sleep. And good salt is what helps to nourish the adrenals. So then you can just pour some sauce on top. So this is where you could use barbecue sauce too. And I like to just pour a good portion on. And then whatever I have left, I smother it all over it. Sometimes it's nice to get like a spice pack, like a natural spice pack from, you know, Whole Foods or local grocer, you know, that has kind of already a spice mix put together. And then it's really easy because you just can make that type of chicken. Like there's one I buy that's a key lime ginger and garlic, and I just like load that stuff on the chicken. Okay, so I got almost all of it on here. Then you simply just put these in the oven on 375, and I cook them. I set the timer for about 45 minutes, and then after that 45-minute mark, I will turn the oven off and let them sit in there for about 15 minutes. So sometimes, depending on the chicken, how big they are, it may take a little bit less time. But I'll show you what some looks like. And that's really how I judge whether to keep it in there longer or not. I would think that if you don't do convection and you just have the bake setting, that you may want to let them sit in there longer than 15 minutes at the end. So when this gets done, I will make another video so you can see kind of what it looks like. Okay? I love you. Bye.